The Panthers Poundcast is for entertainment purposes only. The opinions expressed on the show are solely those of the presenters and in no way reflect the views of the Panthers organization. Listener discretion is advised.
You got it.
This is Panthers Poundcast.
Have you ever looked at the Bleacher
That's just in their
Report
mark.
ratings? Anyone? For team stats or player stats? It rates each quarterback with a smiley face. Case Keenum got one of those, and Cam Newton got one of those. Whatever that fucking means.
What the
They're the only player rated with a smiley face. I've never noticed that before.
Like, not for nothing.
That
Case
smiley face,
Keenum,
whatever.
where the fuck did he come from? Like, I know that he played in fucking L.A. and then he was in St. Louis.
He's been around like a couple, 3 years, 4 years.
Yeah, he's been around for a hot minute.
My opinion is that he is like a Matt Castle, and he's a benefactor of the system and a good team around him.
I mean, some of those throws are serious throws. That
Yeah, can you imagine that team with Teddy Bridgewater?
Or Sam Bradford. They're all on
Well,
that
Bradford when he's healthy, but Bridgewater's like, I want to say way more mobile than Keenum,
Why
but
don't you
dude was
introduce shit
moving.
while we're having a great
Oh,
talk?
yeah. Hey, welcome to the Panthers Poundcast.
Where's your hat?
Are you alright? Oh, where's my hat? It's right
Here,
here.
you can have this one.
You can't not wear a hat. It's weird.
I got my hat on. I got my J. Stu jersey on. It's time for the Poundcast. I'm Los Pantera.
Jamaica's.
Master Splinter.
Filming live from Splinter's headquarters with a live studio audience.
Of one.
Yeah, one.
There we
There's
go.
other people here that just aren't in the room.
What a great Panthers victory.
What a great.
What a
Oh,
statement
man.
game.
It felt good. And you know what? Like, yeah, I got a little nervous towards the end, but the entire game felt good. Like,
It was fun, entertaining the whole time. You
Yeah.
didn't lose hope.
Nope.
No, and you're always like, man, I'm looking forward to seeing the next drive by Cam, or man, I really
Which-
want to see what the D line's going to do next drop. Like, you never were like,
You just
oh
hit me.
God, please don't send back out the offense.
Which drive by the offense did you find the most favorable?
In terms of what?
And just that being awesome?
Enjoyment?
Yeah,
I have to say
enjoyment.
the game-winning one. But Cam Newton taking off for 62.
62 yards.
That's the point in the game where, you know, as Panther fans, we sometimes are trepidatious, if you will, about needing good, big plays at the end to solidify a victory.
Right.
And Cam just took off for 62.
We had 3 minutes. You think maybe they would have played a little short game, ate up the clock, and then scored the field
That was
goal?
one of those
No.
things-
But I think that's what they were trying to do.
And Cam just
you can't,
made it.
You can't imagine that Cam Newton's going to pop off a 62-yard run.
But we saw it.
I think they were expecting to get like 6, maybe 8 yards and keep that clock running and do
Yeah.
the short game. But it just didn't. It didn't work
That
out
looked
that
like
way.
a designed run to
Yeah, it
Stewart
was-
or McCaffrey, whoever the hell it was. And then Cam was just like, nah, I'll just go.
I got this.
And it was beautiful. And that's typically, you know, they came down and scored a way too easy touchdown. We gave it up. And that's where, you know, you see our mentality sometimes go, oh, fuck, here we go. We're going to blow it.
What was the...
That bend don't break defense bullshit has
Got
got
to
to
go.
go. You got to put your foot on these
I
teams'
think
throats.
we saw that
Agreed.
in that last drive after Cam did score that one, and they had the 4 downs. Like, there's so much time left on the clock.
They scored
They beat the
11
shit out of
points in 2 minutes and 29 seconds.
Right.
Shenanigans.
Those last 4 plays at the end there that ate up their timeouts, we just destroyed them. We finally got the sacks we're getting so close to all game long.
6 total.
And let's
Awesome. We
you
needed
gotta
that. Turnovers.
you gotta you gotta counter that a little bit with the fact that we had a lot of things really go our way, like the face masking penalty.
We did catch 30 on that one drive.
We
2
did.
personal fouls.
Right.
We did.
We had one, too.
That was who was it? Thielen or Rudolph?
That touchdown.
Had the touchdown that was bobbled.
It was bobbled.
Well, he didn't have 2 hands either. I mean, 2 feet. He's a punk.
For sure, but I mean, that was something. He was a step away from scoring against.
The sack I thought they overturned when his knee was down. That was off by a split second. Like there was, but we didn't break today.
I thought he was obviously down though, man.
I thought he was too. When they're talking about it on the TV, they're saying that the shin is regarded as part of the knee, and that his shin was down well before.
I learned something new today. That's excellent. Okay, cool.
Great play by
Tony
Addison.
Romo, by the way, is still the best announcer that I've heard in the last 15
so
years.
much. He knows what he's talking about, though.
I hated Tony Romo as a quarterback. He is the best announcer.
Romo is actually the only football player in history to get smarter after their career.
I saw Mike Zimmer yell "fuck you" on national television.
He was yelling a lot today, wasn't he?
He was pissed off, especially when they lost that touchdown.
I'm pretty sure that was when he yelled "fuck you."
Well, fuck him. How about that?
The vibe down at the stadium today was great.
Yeah, we weren't not surrounded by purple. We were surrounded by all
Vikings
Panther
fans definitely showed up, but not in droves. I think Panthers, the Panthers fans, Panthers Nation showed up.
It was loud on second, third, fourth down.
Needed to do it.
Loud.
Needed to do it.
It was not. It was a great win. It was a great win. Some interesting statistics here.
Shoot them out.
They had more total yards than us, more passing yards than us. We beat them in rushing yards, 216 to 100. They had more first downs than us by 6. We had 6 penalties to their 2.
What about time of possession?
Turnovers was a huge thing. Time of possession was actually pretty even. We had them by 2.5 minutes, and that's it. 6 sacks to their 2 total. They ran 72 to our 68 total plays. They got 7 of 15 in third down. We had 5 of 15. And we were 3 out of 4 in red zone. They were 1 out of 4. Name of the game there in the turnovers. Bottom line.
And that we heard on the radio, they improved from being 29th this season, I think, in the red zone. That's still chink in our defense.
Red zone defense, yeah. And this is the first game, if I'm not mistaken, ever that Bradbury and Worley have had a pick. If I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with that. It has to be.
There might be one in their rookie year, maybe near the end, or maybe in the end of. Yeah, I mean, I think maybe.
I think you're imagining that.
I feel like maybe, but yeah, I think to my knowledge, I mean, and that's what you need. You know, that's the difference. Worley dropped an easy one last week. You know, those are the types of plays that change the game.
That was the difference.
You have to fucking get those things, and it was huge. And both of them were hard grabs. Worley turned, got on the ball. Bradbury's catch was fucking crazy. I mean, that was awesome. You know, you got Peppers out there hustling. It was a team win. We were listening to 610 or whatever on the way home. It was just a team victory. Everybody stepped up when they needed to.
Even J.J. Jansen.
And Burson.
And
Demir Bird.
And
Russell Shepard.
Shepard too, yeah. He
actually Greg Olsen with his get foot, no catches, no targets.
Targeted, no,
Decoy.
He was targeted once, they said. But I like this idea. Let him get up to speed. You've got Greg Olsen, one of the greatest tight ends to ever play the game. Just he's sitting out there blocking, decoying, whatever he's doing. Eventually, once he gets up to speed, unleash the Olsen-Cam connection again. That we may have scored more than 30 points today.
With the
31.
rushing game, how important is Ryan Khalil?
Way more important than you thought last week.
You goddamn right.
We didn't play last week.
Yes, we did.
It just seemed
Khalil.
to click.
Oh, we didn't. Yeah, we didn't play last week.
We didn't play. We showed up.
You're right.
We just didn't play.
No, Khalil, it did great. I mean, you haven't seen, like you said, you texted me after that big J Stu 60-yarder. Where's that been all season? Well, where's Ryan Khalil been all season? Sitting around with a neck crick. So, welcome back.
Crick.
Thank you, Ryan. We needed that. And it was a good time to have it since Larson was out, too, with an injury. What you talk about timing. I'll take it.
You know, it was strange. He was out there, and yes, he had his touches, but you didn't feel like there was a ton of Christian McCaffrey in this game.
Not a ton.
No.
Like, I could go back and maybe the statistics will prove me wrong, and maybe he had more touches than I think.
But he didn't
I just
have any
don't remember.
huge moment.
Right.
But he was, utilitarian. He got what needed to be done when we need. A couple great, powerful runs. It still surprises me a guy that small
McCaffrey's average
can
is
move an entire pile 2-3 yards.
He had 8 attempts today for 35 yards on the ground, 4.4 average, long of 8 in receiving. It was targeted 4 times, got 3 receptions, 18 total.
And, he's one of the best blockers on the team, though, hands down.
53 yards.
Let's look through some of the footage and see if we can find another great
He's not
classic
necessarily our starter.
McCaffrey block.
Right.
No, Jay Stu, man, I'm telling you, every time I wear this. First of all, I've been perfect. They've been perfect every game that I've gone through this season, including New England. And since I started wearing the Jay Stu jersey, Jay Stu always has this monster game.
Why don't you just wear that fucking jersey?
Why don't you buy my tickets for the next game? It's pricey, man.
We'll start a GoFundMe.
We should.
Get Los Panchers the game.
I actually, so I have the trivia business. And this guy texts me, instant messages me this thing that you can get patrons and sponsors. So we could actually start that and have some of our Panthers universe here, Panthers Poundcast universe, sponsor us. Something small, $5 a month, but we send them something. If they bid $10 or $20, $50, $100, then we'll name a segment after the show. We should have a segment for Brent and Burson.
We should.
Yeah.
I mean,
Cursing Burson.
Cursing Burson. Tonight, but is there any cursing? Yes, there is. Fuck yeah, Burson. Great catch.
17
Great
total
flip.
yards in your career. Way to go. I'm just kidding.
There
He's
was
got at least 30.
I read on the in the newspaper that they printed right after the game immediately is that Jerry Richardson actually smiled when that happened.
well,
A little bit.
And gave him a raise.
A little bit.
something else to think about is
Hot dog
that
prices.
in an overtime
You're taxing
win
the hot dogs.
today,
Oh. Sorry.
Green Bay beat Cleveland.
So we'll see Aaron Rodgers next week.
So we will see Aaron Rodgers next week.
A rusty,
unless-
shitty Aaron Rodgers, and we'll break his collarbone. Like
Why would you do that? Brett Hundley clearly had enough fortitude to beat the Browns this week. He should be awarded by a chance to try to beat the Panthers.
Whatever, you're out of your damn mind. Aaron Rodgers is awesome.
Do you think Aaron Rodgers comes back and just starts ruling all?
No.
Well, their defense isn't that great either.
It's going to be a shootout. It'll be a game like this week. It'll be a 30 to 20 something
We
game.
got to stop those past that.
Aaron Rodgers is fucking awesome. He'll get
He is.
his damn licks in. But
I thought he was going for the season. That's
how's their
ridiculous.
O-line? It's
I'm pretty sure that they were missing both tackles at one point, but I don't know if
I
that's the
feel
case
like this is a
anymore.
good time to be seeing an Aaron Rodgers-led team who's coming back off an injury. This is our house. We just established that we're not fucking around.
Where are they
We
at?
beat the top of the fucking conference.
How desperate are they, though?
Who cares?
And
How desperate are
You
we?
got to go.
How desperate are we?
we have to win.
Well,
We
I
have to
get
beat
that.
Green
Every
Bay,
game
and
has
then
been
we
a-
have to beat Tampa Bay. That way we can roll into Atlanta on a 3-game win streak, some momentum.
Perfect. Right,
and
exactly.
shove it up there.
1, 2, 3, and then boom.
Straight up. And we play well in December. I mean, this is our time. This is our time of year.
And like you said, we already lost our game in December, so in theory,
Yep.
we're going to wipe all these teams up.
The reality of it is that we have to do it now because
We gotta beat
now
Atlanta.
officially have a winning season, which means we're going to be dog shit next year.
Shut up.
It's not true.
Eventually, that has to get broken.
Bro. Exactly.
Eventually, it has to get broken.
Eventually.
I feel like it was a great win. I had a
yeah.
great time today. I felt it's one of the things you wake up Sunday and sometimes you have a feeling, and we all knew what was at stake today. It was a statement win. It was a home win. It was a let's finish the year on a hot run win. It was everything we needed at the right time, the right way, and we punched them in the fucking face, and I feel great about it.
9 wins.
You're at Greens and you have enough money for 2 hot dogs. Which Panthers player do you want to go eat that hot dog with today?
Which Panther do I want to eat?
Eat a hot dog at Greens. You only have enough money
Steve
for 2.
Smith.
No, I'm talking about current roster. Today, at the performance of the game.
Probably Luke.
Like Luke, huh?
I mean, 14 tackles.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's nothing to
Is
say.
that or KK? KK.
I'll take Jonathan Stewart with 3 touchdowns.
That's a
I
good
did
answer,
not see any other, no Jay Stu love.
Cam would also be a good answer.
Oh yeah, huge. Even
Well, that's a bad answer because you know Cam would not eat the hot dog.
If you're getting-
Unless it's a good answer and Cam says, you know what, dude? Have the other
was
hot
it a
dog.
poisoned hot dog?
Yeah,
So
we'll
then
do
I would
that.
take Shula.
Shula, I actually shouted at one point, Mike Shula, you're a genius. And people are like, what the fuck did you just say?
Even the radio on the way home was like, even Shula did sort of okay today.
Dude, some of the misdirection, some of the plays.
With a secured winning season, we might be seeing Mike Shula again next year.
Ooh,
Probably.
we may not be seeing Steve Wilkes because of your lead. You want to talk about the rumor?
Oh, Gettleman to the Giants,
And
possibly.
no
And
McAdoo.
he is interested in Steve Wilkes coming along.
Well,
to
Wilkes
be the
interviewed
head
last
coach.
year for head coach jobs, and
Yeah.
then I read a Bleacher Report article that has nothing to do with the Giants or Panthers, and they just said that was their opinion. Steve Wilkes will and should be a head coach next year.
I've
So
heard that before too.
it
So-
will occur. I mean, he stepped in year 1 as a DC, and he's got a top 2 defense. I mean, fuck me.
I don't even know who you would who steps up at that point.
Charles Tillman. Finally get a
We're
laugh.
gonna have to go hunting. I don't think that
Yeah,
there's
probably,
anybody on
pretty
this.
Matt
this coaching
Patricia.
staff.
You know how Jerry Jones does all those titles? Owner, CEO, general manager? We should just have Luke be defensive coordinator.
Player coach.
Yeah. Why not?
It's been
Yeah,
done.
Jeter did it. No,
Why
he didn't
not?
do a coach.
I would trust Luke to be the
Was
DC.
it- I think Y.A.
Baseball.
Tittle was a head,
Tittle.
player coach.
Tittle. No, yeah, I think you're right. It was like 6 teams back then, and they played with a real, like, they would sacrifice the
That
cow.
literally is my vote. Is fucking Luke. That's who I want as DC.
You are going to the Shitty Titty tonight. Which Panthers player are you going to bring with you?
Shitty Titty.
Shitty
so
Titty.
a party Panther. I'm gonna have to go with. You ask him a question. Let me think on that.
Just
That's a
ask
good
them
question.
one.
Ask another one. That's a great question.
Let's check with our audience. Do we have any questions from the studio audience?
No.
To the shitty
That's
titty,
a no.
So with like a 37th of their
All right,
paycheck
then,
today,
then
we
the
could
Gold
have
Club.
a great time. No,
the
I'm
Gold
saying.
Club then. The Gold Club. The standard in the Charlotte
Am I
area.
taking it based on who I think will be the best company or who deserves it because of the game today?
Look, I guess a little bit of both. That's a good question, though. You're actually
I would
putting some thought into it.
take Brenton Burson for his performance today.
I like that idea because
Well,
when you
Cam's
guys
the
both
party.
put the hair down,
Cam is
the girls would
kind
love
of.
you.
I think.
Can't probably start stripping on the pole.
Oh, damn, that's a tough one.
No,
man.
Burson, I like that idea.
I
I
would
like the
take Christian
strategy.
McCaffrey just to watch him squirm.
You think he probably would. He walks with Christ.
Oh, man, I don't know, man. That's a tough one. I'm trying to think. I'd probably take Julius Pepper's giant ass.
Yeah, that's a good idea. I would do that.
I would.
I would take Stu too. Stu
Julius,
would have a good time.
put your finest cornrows in and let's hit the shitty titty.
Let me tell you, the play that I want to take back was that play to Fozzie.
That was
If
bad.
Cam had hit him, I think that Fozzie could have just burned that one right down
he
the sideline.
gets a touchdown every time he touches the damn
That's
ball.
what I'm saying. Like, I
All
think
once
that's where
in
they're
fucking
going.
3 weeks.
Hey, that's a good job.
Hey, as long as he hits it every 3 weeks.
Is what it is. I was happy today, man.
You know
Everything
Cameron
looked good.
Artis-Payne?
Pilardi didn't blow it. Gano didn't blow it. No one really blew it.
Khalil
Nice.
had whatever.
I had lots of fears, and at the same time, none of those fears came to fruition.
I was in the same boat.
That was a game where we were just, a handful of things going the other way where we lose by 3 touchdowns. So this is one we found a way to win. We answered adversity. Every time they answered, we answered. It was just
that
it was a
when we
statement
got
and win.
pinned on the 1 yard line, and we're still able to punt and still stop them from scoring points. That to me, I was like, that's a Patriots move. I've seen the Patriots do it a million times, and it's so frustrating. I'm like, God damn it, you can't score any points. Sorry, pardon my French. But to see
French.
us do it, that was awesome.
Los Pantera is learning Espanol.
I am fine.
Just for the record. He's learning his native heritage.
I had to learn my name first and foremost. Apparently, did you know Los Panteras is actually Spanish and means something? It means the panther.
Yeah.
It's those Panthers.
Yeah.
Los is plural.
Is it Panteras?
You're like those Panthers.
Los Panthers.
You're such a piece of shit.
We'll
No one
figure
is
it
friends with him. He snuck a knife into the stadium today.
Yeah, so don't ever let him
Oh,
back
we
in
actually
the
did
stadium.
get stopped by the fucking police today.
Don't vape at Bank of America Stadium.
Yeah, he was vaping
I was not vaping
nicotine-ish problem.
nonstop.
Ooh, you were in trouble.
We did not lie to the police, and we both got off.
I lied to the cops.
So did I.
I did.
No, I didn't. Yes, I did. I
You're an
lied.
accessory. You're aiding and abetting.
I aided and abetted an immigrant.
This is great evidence.
Yeah, this is terrible. Why the hell would you even say that? You need to edit
That
that
cop
out.
isn't watching shit.
No.
You're not going to. I know. It's more work. Come on, Mike.
Yeah.
He's
We
just gonna put
were
it up
just
there.
Yeah.
joking.
You think people would be watching like 18
Speaking of
minutes into this
criminals,
thing?
how about Aiden?
Are you serious? After all the family drama last time, you got to bring that shit up on the show
They're
now.
not
And
watching.
you know he's not going to edit
Fuck
that.
him. Don't edit that.
Oh, you know she still
Hello,
watches
Linda's
it.
mom. Hello,
She
Linda's mom.
still
You
watches
owe me
it.
money.
And now you're talking shit about her grandson.
No, I'm not. Fuck 'em.
Oh my
Fuck
god.
all of them.
I will tell you what happened after the show's over.
Keep
Splinter.
fucking pounding. Your team beat the number 1 seed in the NFC, and they're badass. J-Dub, celebrate. Thanks for the great tailgate. And I'm
yeah.
talking to J-Dub in Iowa, too.
Thanks
I
to
know
all
you're
the
watching.
fans, right?
Yeah.
Everybody.
All the
It was a great win.
new wins, all the new. Do we want to do the trivia real quick, or you want to do that Facebook Live?
What's the trivia?
That question? Which 2 teams with the Super Bowl? It's a non-Panthers question.
We'll fucking do
Live
it
stream
live.
it.
Yeah, we'll live stream that. Okay.
We have a trivia.
Check it live.
Yeah, always subscribe so that you know when we have live and Facebook and all that stuff. We
But
are
all
going to give
the-
away some merch.
This video is actually going to go
Yeah, we
up
do have some,
after the live video, so
We-
you already
yeah.
missed out on that.
You already missed out on the merch,
And that-
but
you
next
should have
time,
been standing there.
if you subscribe, you'll know we're giving away this hat. I think is it
No.
this hat?
No.
We're giving away the
That's my
towels
hat,
from
you son
today's
of a
game.
bitch.
We're giving away game day towels from the Minnesota
Please
Vikings
demonstrate
victory.
what it here.
It's a
There you
game
go.
day towel. The first
Hold that
black
up.
one in the line. Born in
You
the
do
Carolinas.
have to be born in the Carolinas to win it.
That's not true.
It's not true. All
That's
right.
very racist.
Born in the Carolinas.
That's from today's game, though. Covered in today's game beer. And it is awesome.
So, good win.
How you guys feel about next week? You feel like we're going to beat the Rodgers-led Packers?
Yeah.
Me too. Fuck Green Bay. That's what I think.
I don't think Green Bay is better than Minnesota, and we just beat Minnesota pretty handily.
Green Bay ain't shit.
I think Rodgers has chemistry with his teammates, but it's going to not instantly come back on his first snap or his first game. So definitely ride the momentum of beating the best team in the NFC currently on our trip to be the best team
Are
in the
you
NFC.
guys scared of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers?
I'm really scared.
If we hit sitting
terrified.
everybody, But I don't imagine we're going to be
They
in
ended
that
up
spot.
losing today, right?
No,
21-17.
Atlanta Warriors.
21-14.
We'll talk about that next week.
Whatever. We're about to win out. That's all I know. NFC South champs. Keep pounding.
Ow, ow, keep pounding.
Keep pounding.
If you like us, please subscribe to us at Panthers Poundcast on YouTube.
Cam says, like on Facebook.
And click the bell next to subscribe to get notifications every time we release a new video. Keep
Keep pounding.